everyone, and welcome in. It's episode 53 of Reimer on the Road. We are almost to the end of this epic journey, but man, there's just so much more to get to.
Yeah, we've got some exciting places to get to still. So you want me to tell them where we're heading?
Why don't you just go ahead and tell them?
All right, so we're heading to the Williamsburg, Virginia area for a short jaunt there, and then on to West Virginia and New River Gorge National Park.
That's right, and West Virginia will be a new state added to the trip as well, so looking forward to that. You can also keep up in real time. It's Instagram and Reimer on the Road, right?
Reimer on the Road on Instagram. I need to get on it. I've kind of slacked off. Need to get back on posting where we are.
Yeah, well, you've been busy, and that is what episode 53 is all about. It is part one of the long pull to the east, and it was so much stuff. It was 2,500 miles.
Wow.
20 different days and 10 states. We just couldn't get it into one episode. It was going to be too big.
Yeah, we've been moving.
Yep. So we're going to break it up into two parts. You'll get part one here, which is 3 states over about 10 days and about 1,200 miles, including the big state of Texas. And we had some diversions as well that you'll see here in episode 53. So make sure you subscribe, like, all those kinds of things. Give us the feedback on Williamsburg and New River Gorge. We've been really eating up the feedback that you've given us over the last week or two on some of the things that we are doing. But without further ado, let's get to part one of the big pull to the east. It's episode 53. Here we go. We have a little bit of a surprise sticker because we don't do stickers for places we stay when we just boondock.
For one night.
For one night.
Right.
But Santa Fe got a sticker. What happened?
They did get a sticker. Well, when we were leaving the Mesa Verde area, there was some snow in the area and the overpass we needed to get on to get to our next stop at Great Sand Dunes. The roads were just slushy, icy, and we decided we didn't want to deal with that pulling alley. So Santa Fe was our next stop, and it was just a little bit longer, and so we just decided to shift our 2 nights that we were going to be at Great Sand Dunes to 2 extra nights here. So we have 3 nights in Santa Fe. So we got to go out to a great dinner last night, and we went into downtown today to explore. Cute downtown. It's hard to believe it's actually a state capitol. We went into the state capitol building and then walked around the old town, which was really cool. They've done a really good job of preserving it. Very walkable, great shops, galleries, lots of jewelry, a sundry of items. So yeah. And for the first time in this entire trip, we actually changed or did a pivot because of weather, which is crazy to think we've been all this way. Yeah, we talked about that. It was kind of I mean, we've gotten lucky with weather because some of our routes we could have run into trouble if some snowstorms have come through. So yeah, for it to be this one, wasn't a big ticket item, wasn't a big, and Santa Fe. I actually had made the comment, I wish we were staying there longer. So
you got what you asked for.
Yeah.
All right, so it earns a sticker when because we were here more than one night.
That's all right. So we're gonna start our next row.
All right.
Our next estate that we get to fill in.
Yep.
So I mean, we're doing a pretty good job.
Boxing out the 4 corners there. How'd you do?
I think I did pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right, it won't be long until we're in this big one right here.
Yep.
To be continued. in Texas. Let's get us some barbecue. I mean, we hadn't been here but one day. Not even a full day.
Gotta get some Texas barbecue.
I mean, we've been here for 3 hours and we're already at a barbecue place.
The water keeps coming up. It was probably, well, it was beyond that when I was out here before. We're a good ways up. You can't see me. We're a good ways up. They said they have an alert system for us, so let's hope they don't need it.
You can see that there's poles sticking up. That's where the river boundary was when we got here. Of course, here San Antonio is under severe flooding warnings all around us. You can see the campground's right behind me. We're not right here on the river. We're up about 100 yards. But I will say this morning, the campground the KOA campground has reached out to us and said, hey, they're monitoring the water upstream of here. And they have a plan, evacuation plan. If it gets to a certain level upstream, they'll come to us and get us out of here, with time to spare. So that's nice to know that you're safe. Like I said, we're good ways up there, around the corner there in sea. So we're in no imminent danger whatsoever. And as long as they're monitoring the water upstream, really not too much to worry about on our end either, and it's supposed to clear out a little bit later this afternoon. San Antonio, Texas. We have both been there in two different stages of our lives.
Yeah.
You when you were very young,
Yes.
Me more recently. And I think in San Antonio, the top two things that you must do are the Alamo, which everyone knows about the Alamo, and then Riverwalk.
Yeah.
Let's start with Alamo, and of course it was pouring down rain.
Yeah.
We did not take the full tour, but
No.
it's pretty easy to get to and check out.
Yeah, and I had done the tour when I was younger, so I mean I do remember it, and I knew it's not very big, so the tour wouldn't have taken too long, and so we just opted, just to go get some pictures outside, walk around in the rain. We tried to make the most of it. You only have, we had 2 days there, and so both days were supposed to be raining, so we just put on our rain jackets and went on downtown.
I think the Riverwalk area of San Antonio is one of the neatest places for a big city that you can have. It's kind of submerged down below the hustle and bustle of the city. The main roads of the city are kind of above you.
I went as a young child to San Antonio, and the Riverwalk was already there. So they've had some foresight, and I think they've just expanded on it, and a great tourist, and for the locals to come and enjoy the downtown area.
So our 2 full days in San Antonio have been rainy, which, kind of a bummer. We knew what we wanted to do yesterday, and we got it done even in the rain. We were going to hang out here in Alley today and do nothing, but we did something.
We did something. Our friend, Sarah Cavalon,
Yep.
told us we needed to go to Mi Tierra, the restaurant and cafe and bakery, and hit the historic Market Square, which is where the restaurant's located. And they just happen to be having a festival. I think it's like a 10-day festival that's going on. We're kind of in the middle of it. The Fiesta de Los Reyes.
Okay.
I don't know. So anyway, they had lots of vendors, food places outside of all this in the market square. So it was really cool to walk around, see all the things they were selling.
Alright, we're headed to a Fiesta event here in San Antonio, and I don't know what to make of this because we're in a public parking. Fiesta's just right around the corner here. And you might say, okay, well, what's the worry? Well, the worry is there's not a single other car in this parking lot. And there's a sign up here that says call Shaw, which those of you who are family members of me know that's my family name. So I don't know what this is about, but we'll find out. Hopefully the beast is here when we return.
But the main thing, once I knew this place had a bakery, I knew we were going to try out some stuff. And of course, Sarah said we needed to get some of the tortillas.
Okay, and we did that. Now,
So we got some fresh tortillas.
Okay.
We're going to eat tonight, or at least some of them tonight. I only got 6 because there's only 2 of us.
Okay.
And then we got some miscellaneous pastries, and we got a tres leches with a mixed fruit on top. We got some kind of I think it was a cream cheese turnover or empanada.
Yeah, empanada. Yep, that's right.
And then we got I don't even know what everything is. This one has strawberry in it. I think it's also something like an empanada. And then the most popular thing she said was the pumpkin turnover. So we got the pumpkin turnover.
Well,
so we're just gonna try it. Got whatever this thing is, a little cinnamon sugary type thing.
And I think it just goes to show sometimes when the weather is kind of yucky, you don't. I mean, we'd have been fine just hanging out here today. It would have been no problem. We had some things to do around Allie that we could do, but when we got to fix that. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. But when somebody gives us a suggestion to do something that's local, and it was yucky, it was rainy, it was in the middle of the day, and there's still a lot of people there.
Yeah.
So
that worked out. It was partly inside, partly outside. So you can we just had our rain jackets on, walked around, made the best of it. And I'm glad we were able to get down there.
Yep.
Thanks, Sarah.
Yep. Thanks, Sarah. Getting a little San Antonio culture in us. So, and we'll get some of the sugar and all this other stuff in us as well in the next couple of days.
2 hours later. Sometimes you start a trend, right? And so we went from nobody in this parking lot to one follower, one person took the challenge with us and said, we'll park in that parking lot. And they had all these spots, but they parked one spot down from us. But the beast is safe. That's all that really matters.
Galveston, Texas. First of all, I think the RV campground that we stayed at in Galveston was awesome. Della Nera, I think is the way it's pronounced.
RV park.
Yep. Right on the water, relatively large spaces, and you had easy access to the beach.
Yeah, dog park. They had a small little store. I think you just get ice. I mean, kind of basics. But yeah, you were right on the beach, and I think it was like a county park. It never really says that, but they had some county park vehicles there. But it was well maintained. People were nice, and yeah, direct access to the Gulf.
Sometimes when you get those epic campgrounds that are right on the beach, you may be piled on top of each other, or they're just kind of trashy, or maybe not as nice, if you will. This was not the case with this one. I will say the beach in Galveston, at least while we were there, and at least in the area that we were at, had a lot of debris on it. A coral had washed up, and I don't know if that was because of a storm or if that's like normal for that area.
Seagrass and stuff like that. Yeah, seaweed. I don't know, because that was both of our first time in the Galveston area, and I mean, I can say I've been. I don't know. Maybe there's other parts of the coast of Texas that we need to hit. Maybe y'all can tell us, but I mean, we got a taste.
We had a great dinner in kind of the center of Galveston. Our campground was a little outside of Galveston. The Fisherman's Wharf was right there in the center of Galveston. What was cool about this is that we were able to sit outside and overlook the waterway. Some boats were coming in and out. It was really, and by the way, it was a pretty good meal.
Yeah, it was a really good meal. And it's just, right on the port. See where the cruise ships would be if they happened to be in. There were none of them in at the time.
Final thought on Galveston is that it does have kind of a family-friendly, some would say cheesy / Myrtle Beach kind of feel to it when you get down around the pier with the Ferris wheels and all that kind of stuff. But where we stayed was far enough removed from that where you wouldn't even know that it existed unless you particularly wanted to go down in there and drive into it.
That's right. Well, and then another shout out to the campgrounds, that it was on the road. There was a road, campground, beach. A lot of Galveston is set up accommodations, big 4-lane, busy road, and then the beach. And there were really no crosswalks, so I was really surprised by that. And of course, the time we were there wasn't even super high season. I can't even imagine how bad it is with pedestrians, with everybody crossing the road.
Don't mess with Texas. That's what they say. In fact, they even say it on their bumper sticker or stickers that we got. Oh, there it is. Yep. Don't mess with Texas. But 2 stops in Texas, and it does mark an important moment because it is, as you look geographically, only by a little bit. It is, Galveston was the furthest south we'll be on our trip, which where were we, down in here somewhere? And when we get to Florida, in Destin, we'll be just a little bit further north of that. So, I mean, obviously we've been all down in Florida in our lives, but on this trip, Galveston is the furthest south. So it joins Acadia as the farthest east, North Cascades as the farthest north, Olympic National Park as the farthest west, and then Galveston, Texas, coming in there. All right, now this is a biggie sticker-wise. So
I'm letting you do that one.
Yeah, I noticed you said you handle that one. Okay, here we go. We're going to be adding a few other states very soon here. Leo, don't mess me up. This takes a lot of concentration to do it right. It's such a big one, you got to do it right. I'm liking it.
It's looking pretty good.
How about that?
I think that's awesome. Texas.
Don't mess with Texas. All right, there you go. Part 1 in episode 53 of the Big Pool East. We had barbecue, we had floods, we had unique events going on. It was a lot of stuff. And when we have part 2, we'll be heading through Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina, and then North Carolina. So you can see why.
Covering a lot of ground.
A lot of miles. It was 2,500 miles on the Big Pool East. You've seen half of it. We'll show you the next half of it in episode 54, so stay tuned for that. And don't forget, everybody, it's Reimer on the Road. Ann and Scott, do it today.